Welcome to South Asia in Maps, Icons. This is your facilitator J. Reddy from North America. South Asia in Maps is an educational channel that targets in bringing the Indian heritage and culture and history in the form of icons, maps, and images so that the audience can understand these very easily, so that they will get a good articulation about the issues that is happening in Bharat and South Asia, south of Khyber Pass and north of Kanyakumari. Today's topic of discussion is central provinces, genesis and demise. I posted a couple of related presentations before. This is a further fifth presentation on the topic central provinces and Berar. And the audience, an important thing for the audience to keep in mind is a discriminating audience can notice there is some overlap between one presentation and another presentation. That is well taken, but these presentations are designed meticulously by spending a lot of time for me with one idea. You can go and take any presentation. Take for example central provinces bird's eye view, central provinces divisions and districts, central provinces like Madhya Pradesh 1, Madhya Pradesh 2 and 3, central provinces genesis and demise, central provinces what happened in 1956 SRA, State Reorganization Act. All are very, very different. The pictures, maps, images I have redrawn taking from World History WHKMLA site or from the standard wiki sites are very different. I spent a lot of time. The point is they are stand alone. The maps are very different. Each one will tell you unique idea. The most important thing is stand alone. You can spend 20 minutes or so and watch each of them and get a solid idea. And if you watch all of them, you get even a better idea. That's the point I request the audience to keep in mind. Today, I will be discussing about central provinces and Berar, genesis and demise. How it formed, how it demised. That is the point of today's discussion. So you will get a lot of important concepts like Khandesh and Berar and Malwa and Gond kingdoms and Bastar and Surguja in the Mughal Empire, and central provinces, the Berar and the remaining 4 divisions, central provinces and Berar, Sagar, Narmada territories and Jabalpur territories, Berar, Nagpur, Chhattisgarh is called Central India Agency, got different names in different times, Gwalior Agency or Indore Agency, the Bundelkhand Agency and so on, Central India Agency here, and Bhopal state and Madhya Bharat, that different from Madhya Pradesh. This is Madhya Pradesh, this is Vindhya Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh from 1956 to Madhya Pradesh 1956 to 2000, and Madhya Pradesh after 2000, Madhya Pradesh from partition to 1956. All these ideas will be very clear to you after this presentation, that is titled as Central Provinces and Berar, how it formed its genesis, how it dismembered, demised into different political entities or states or provinces. Certain regions are added, certain regions are taken away, merged into others and so on. During the Mughal Empire and Akbar's time, when Islamic imperialism was dominant, Malwa was ruled by Nawabs, and there was also Muslim rulers of Khandesh at Burhanpur, just south of Satpuras and Tapati river. Khandesh is today a historical region, and in Maharashtra today, south of Satpuras, especially the Jalgaon district, Dhulia district, Nandurbar districts are called Khandesh. Historically, Burhanpur, Thalner was the major urban centers, administrative centers. And Berar was in Bahamanis, that was broke away from the Tughlaq Empire, and later Bahamanis broke into 5 Muslim kingdoms. One was the Berar, other was like Bijapur and Golconda and Bidar and Ahmednagar. Berar has Berar, the word Berar, Vidarbha or Nagvidarbha is broadly overlapping or interchangeably can be used. Essentially, modern time Berar is Amravati division of Maharashtra. That is, if you have Ajanta ranges here, west of Ajanta range, and if you have Vardha river, east of Ajanta range and west of Vardha river, north of Penganga river, south of Satpura range, that is Akol, Buldana, Akola, Washim, Amravati district, Melghat, and Yavatmal district are Vani or Vund district called. Then we have Bastar and we have Surguja and historical Gond kingdoms. They ruled from Deogarh, that is now in Betul Chhindwara region, and Nagpur and Sirpur, close to Telangana and Chhattisgarh border, and Garha region in Sagar Demo area, then Ratanpur in Bilaspur district, Gond kingdoms. When we talk about the central provinces, there are 5 divisions or regions in central provinces and Berar. There are Berar division, which joined later, attached to the central provinces. Central provinces originally started its career in 1853 when the Berar Raja Raghuji III lapsed the kingdom to the British because he didn't produce any male children. That was Nagpur and Chhattisgarh regions. Princely state of Nagpur or Bonsla Raja state, later designated as a Nagpur Province from 1853 during Lord Dalhousie's time, and governed for a couple of years, 5-6 years or so, with a commissioner. And Nagpur, this is formed the core of central provinces, Nagpur and Chhattisgarh regions. Then, 1861, that means 8 years later, Narmada region, that is Khargavan or Narmada region, Hoshangabad, Itarsi, Narsimhapur, Betul Plateau, Chhindwara Plateau and Sioni were added, that is the Narmada territories, and Jabalpur territories, that is, this is the Lalitpur in UP, south of Jhansi district, and that is Sagar district and Demo district and Jabalpur district, and your Mandla district, Sioni district. So when it was formed, 1861, that is 5 years or so after the major rebellion broke down in India, the central province, it was the central to Bharat and governed from Nagpur, because a historic city and the capital of Bonsla Rajas, and other important city was Jabalpur, that is in the Hindi-speaking area, north of Satpura mountains. So Narmada, Jabalpur divisions and Chhattisgarh divisions, that is Raipur and Bilaspur here, and Durg districts, 3 districts, bigger districts at that time were Hindi-speaking. Nagpur was predominantly Marathi-speaking, that is Wardha, Nagpur, Bhandara and Balghat and Chandrapur, and later Berar was added in 1903, was given in trust by the Nizam of Hyderabad, Mir Mahabub Ali Khan, to the British, the Governor General Lord Curzon, and so the name of the province from central provinces was changed to central provinces and Berar. So in 1601, during the Mughal time, it looks like that. In After consolidation and everything, in 1903, we have central provinces and Berar with Berar division, Nagpur division, Narmada division, Jabalpur division or Sagar division, and Chhattisgarh division. So it gained a lot of territory, started like a core with Nagpur division after the demise of absorbed into the British India when Maharaja Raghuji III passed away in 1853. Acquired Sagar territories, Narmada territories, 1903 acquired Berar territories. After partition independence, so from 1903 to 47, there was not much changes to the central provinces. We see the princely state of Makrai here, south of Narmada river in the Hoshangabad district, and a princely state of Bastar and Kanker, and princely state of Rajnandgaon, princely state of Khairgarh and Kavardhan and so on, and tributary state of Surguja here, that is Chandbakar, Korea, and Surguja, Ambikapur, Jashpur, Nagar, Raigarh, not Raipur, and Sarangpur. After partition independence in 1947, all these surrounding the districts were merged and it was designated because central province's name was changed to Madhya Pradesh. Central provinces Madhya Pradesh, that means central region, Madhya Pradesh. This is the Madhya Pradesh. You have the Berar region here, Nagpur region here, Narmada region here, and Sagar Demo regions here, and Bastar and Surguja and Chhattisgarh. That was Madhya Pradesh 1. From 1948 to 56, the almost 8 years. And so at that time, northern princely state was merged like Rewa and Shedol and Panna here, and Vijaypur, Ajaygarh and so on, Orcha, and they were designated as a Vindhya Pradesh because of Vindhya mountains, important physical feature of that area. Western part spoke Bundeli, that is modern districts of Chhatrapur, then Tikamgarh and Panna, and you have Satna and Rewa and Shedol and Shidhi and Singrauli here. This is the historical Mirzapur district in Uttar Pradesh, south of Benares and Prayag, Allahabad. And that is the Madhya Pradesh, 1947 to almost 1956, before State Reorganization Act was passed by the Indian Parliament. So it gained essentially at that time the Bastar and Surguja, some princely state and Makrai state. In 1956, lot of changes happened. Lot of changes happened in State Reorganization Committee. So the core, the capital, Nagpur city was in the Vidarbha region or Nagpur division. That has, I think, 5 districts are so Wardha, Nagpur and Bhandara and Chandrapur and Balghat. Balghat district was north of Satpura mountains, you see, so that was Hindi speaking also. It was retained in the Madhya Pradesh, residual Madhya Pradesh, and the rest of the Nagpur division was ceded to Bombay state, bilingual Bombay state in 1956, that is a Marathi speaking and Gujarati speaking districts. It ceded Berar districts, that is Buldana, Akola, Washim, Amravati, Melghat, and Yavatmal, Wardha district, Nagpur district, Bhandara district, Chandrapur district. It ceded 1956, except Balghat district of Nagpur division, that is north of Satpura mountain. That was, what did it gain? What did Madhya Pradesh, that is metamorphosed from central provinces Berar, gain? It gained a lot of Hindi dialect speaking areas. Like Madhya Bharat, essentially it got the Indore Gwalior region district, it got Jabua, it got Ratlam, it got Mansar, and it got Nimach, it got Ujjain, it got Indore, it got Dhar, it got Devas, Rajgarh, Shajapur, it got Vidusha, that is Bilsa. It got a Nawab ruled Bhopal state. Previously it was a princely state, then became state 1947, ruled by Hamidullah Khan. It has 3 districts like modern Bhopal district here and Shehor district and Raisan districts, and it got that. It got Bhopal, it got Madhya Bharat, that is different from Madhya Pradesh, and it got Vindhya Pradesh. So that's what happened in 1956, that is Madhya Pradesh. That's how it looked after it set the Berar and Nagpur, except Balghat district, that survived from 56 to 2000, almost 40 years. It's a very important state with diverse languages and cultures and people, bordered Rajputana, Uttar Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, Chota Nagpur and Utkal or Odisha, Kalinga, and Telangana region, Telangana and Nagvidarbha and Berar and Khandesh and so on. That survived from 56 for 44 years, means 2000. 2000, the Mahanadi region districts, Mahanadi basin, Chhattisgarh, predominantly rice growing region, that is the Bastar and Surguja and Raipur and Mahasamud, Baloda Bajar and Nandgaon or Rajnandgaon and Durg. These districts were separated by Ferke. So there are Maikala mountains here. That's east of Maikala mountains essentially. So the north of Satpura mountains, Berar and Nagpur regions are south of Satpura mountains. And the Chhattisgarh districts were east of Maikala range. This is the Maikala range. And that is about the central provinces and Berar. So we discussed about the genesis and demise of central provinces. Central provinces with the core as Bonsla Raja's territory containing Nagpur Chhattisgarh was formed in 1853. That means the princely state of Nagpur Chhattisgarh became Nagpur Province, administered by a commissioner. In 1853 onwards to 1861, further Narmada territories and Jabalpur territories, Sagar territories were added. That was designated as Central Province CP. Later the Burhanpur and Khargon, that's called Nimad, East Nimad district, was added in 1863. But central provinces came in 1861. In one form or another, it survived almost like that until 56. Almost we can say 95 plus years. In 1901, the Berar province, which belonged to the Nizam and long back administered by the East India Company and the British Raj, was added, which was like a trust territory by the Nizam, into central provinces. The name changed to Central Provinces and Berar, CPB. Previously it was called Central Provinces, it's 4 divisions, and it gained Berar Central Provinces. After Genesis, that was the consolidation. And in partition independence time, it further gained Bastar and Surguja, some princely states like Kanker and Bastar, and Khargavan, Kairagar and Makrai, and so on. Further, it gained in 56 Vindhya Pradesh, northern Bundeli speaking, Bagheli speaking, essentially centered around Reva here, centered around about Tikamgarh, Chhatrapur, Panna here, and it gained Bhopal, it gained Madhya Bharat, that is Indore, Devas, the regions, and Gwalior and Morena and Sivapuri, Guna, Shajapur, Rajgarh and Shajapur region. So it got enormous amount of territory from the form of Madhya Pradesh that was added to Madhya Pradesh, essentially the Mahakosal region here and Chhattisgarh region here. It has ceded the south of Satpura mountains, the Berar region, And Nagpur regions, Wardha, Nagpur district, Bhandara district, and Chandrapur district, that is in the Wainganga, Wardha river basins. And it retained the Hindi-speaking Balaghat district north of Satpura mountains. That's how in 1956 State Reorganization Committee time, the state, that is the central provinces, now called Madhya Pradesh 2, this is Madhya Pradesh 1. So finally, in 2000, it ceded a lot of area. In a sense, the central provinces, which started like a Nagpur, Chhattisgarh area, historically gained a lot of territories, eventually the Vindhya Pradesh, the Bhopal, Madhya Bharat, and which acquired Berar and ceded Berar and Nagpur. Its key administrative center capital was given to Bombay province. Other important city, Jabalpur in the Mahakosal region, was retained, and the capital, when Madhya Pradesh was found, was moved to historic city of Nawab's capital, Bhopal. And that Madhya Pradesh survived for nearly 40 years from SRA time 1956 to 2000, and today a truncated version of Madhya Pradesh that sans the Chhattisgarh speaking districts east of Maikala range looks like that. So friends, Mitro, that is in a sense about central provinces, its genesis and demise, dismemberment. This is your host from South Asia in maps. I target to bring important the knowledge about our motherland, South Asia, in the form of icons, pictures, images. Thanks for considering, subscribing and encouraging our channel, and we appreciate your comments, compliments and criticisms, and see you later in some other presentation. This is J. Reddy from North America, and see you later. Thank you. Dhanyavad.